This is Deb Helfrich, hashtag Redheaded She-Hulk. This is a tribute to Ms. Debbie Allen and a pitch to work together to bring your absolutely stellar career and my miraculous midlife metamorphosis into a package that I think aligns what I know of our interests, because of course I've only really experienced you via a screen. But the resonance of your artistry, I just went through everything I remember you in. A little LL Cool J season on NBC, just behind the camera, different world. I don't know, so much goodness. And I feel like there's a lot of goodness in what I have to share with the world, which is hashtag wellbeing philosophy. This is the iceberg of Deb Helfrich, the hashtag Redhead She-Hulk. This is my one-woman persona. I really think I've got a Dave Chappelle cross-dressed with Eddie Izzard as the next Hannah Gadsby sort of vibe. I am fearless. I am taking down racism. I am taking down every bit of follow-along dehumanization that is separating people out and targeting people for hatred and violence because of superficial characteristics. Now, as a redhead, that's 2% of the population globally. Interesting thing to think about, since race is a construct, and making my own redheaded race, and really wanting to dive into how we're getting skin twisted as a philosopher. And while I have a lot of brain power to share, it's actually the dance power that I need your help with right now. I'm willing to pay in sweat. I have just lost 75% of a total of 200 fucking pounds. This last little bit has been in the pandemic, locked up alone. The reason I carried 333 pounds, having been morbidly obese since I was a toddler, because of lack of touch, lack of dance, lack of singing, lack of proper posture to let all of this expression flow through the proper alignment of my spinal cord, my vagus nerve. This is all very new to me. I have failed spectacularly in getting anyone to look at my videos, read my posts on LinkedIn, share my tweets. So this is a little play of how can I save my life because I'm in jeopardy of becoming homeless. Philosophy just doesn't pay. Crime apparently does really pay very well. Philosophy, I have ways, as I age into my elder savanting, of getting us around all of the broken paradigms of this society. Crime is because we don't have enough jobs for everyone. Here I am begging for assistance, creating my own job so that I can dance myself into the lean body that will support reversing a toxic mold exposure. Took my brain, made me all super circularly creative, complexly, narratively improvisational. And Debbie, there's no one in my life who can see the stand-up philosopher in me. There's never been anyone who cherished these ways that I had of being sort of funny, but also really profound. So, I am inventing a new genre, but I've went to producers, I went to talent agencies. I mean, just as myself, just what I got. And this is more than enough. This improv, I'm not scared to talk to anybody about anything, except about being bankrupt and nearly homeless. I mean, I'm not clearly scared to say it. I'm not ashamed in the least. This has happened because this is what the US of hypocrisy does to people who are ill. I'm not ashamed. What I can't do is go walking around knocking on doors, exhausting myself, trying to get people to listen to me, to give me a home. I have been on the internet, and it's like a freaking Ponzi scheme, this attention situation. But I know what America needs. More dancing. Now, losing 150 pounds in the 15 months after turning 50 without using any standard diet or exercise advice came from optimizing my endocannabinoid system. Leptin and ghrelin, appetite, sleep, these are all big things that we know from this plant. I also use sound healing, vibrational sound healing of ecstatic trance dancing to bring movement and flow to a body that had never been touched. I would like to first join Dada and create a program to inspire the moms and the grandmas who are bringing their lovely daughters to your dance academy, to bring the movement and the flow back into their midlives. I really think that we get the wise feminine unlocked and the world starts to become better immediately. After just a little bit of time pulling that together, just having the comfort of a job, a purpose of using my midlife metamorphosis to help other midlife women, I would love to talk about bringing dance into corporate America. I mean, if anybody can do it, it's Lydia Grant. Why we need to do it is because of what I said. Any crimps, any lack of movement in our spinal cord affects the capacity of our brain and body to talk. And over time, when you are chained to a cubicle, your mind works in very rigid ways. We bring a little bit of real communal dancing. Maybe some Tai Chi, you don't want to stress all the people out. But you get what I'm saying here. Dance parties. right in the heart of capitalism. Life doesn't add up by the numbers. And that is take number deuxième. I think this one's a little more rambly than the first one, to be honest. So we'll say goodbye and see if I want to do a troisième take. Troisième take. Troisième take. Troisième. Troisième. Interesting thing. Because of the toxic mold exposure, it's really a sort of precipitating cause to this complete and utter decade of being stuck in quicksand and having absolutely nobody. Some people walk by every now and again and will be like, wow, that's difficult. I'll go get some help. I never hear from them again. Attention spans in the US of hypocrisy are apocryphal. Apocryphal. Another one of these words, ooh, I've got some words that I don't know how to put my face in the right thing to make them sound like what I want to sound like. So I know that there's two ways I can say them. Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama, Dalai Lama. I know which one's correct, I think, in my head, but I don't know which sound I'm hearing is correct in order to instruct my mouth how to say it correctly. It's an auditory processing. It's a very, very subtle, strange situation. Hillary. 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 That was Hillary. Definitely another name word that Hillary. I'm doing it all right this time. Whatever it was. Whatever the lack of sort of direct, shaping of this one little, seems to be Hillary. Hillary, 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 Hillary. I'm doing that much better. Swank. I don't know which one we had in our mind, but never an inappropriate time to drop swank. There you go. There's a little of the Chappelle-ness for you. All right. Like I said, this a little one. Quite impromptu. Just to get to going. Didn't really map over the format of what I recall the strategy of the prior one was. This is what I'm missing, Ms. Debbie Allen, which as an executive producer extraordinaire, I'm certain. Just get me a producing partner. I'll come hang out in somebody's pool house or whatever, wherever. And you can be my Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. And I'll be your Nia Vardalos. My big, not so fat midlife metamorphosis starts by having an opportunity to get mentored by Ms. Debbie Allen so that I can bring my experiences with ecstatic trance dancing, with subconscious dancing to African rhythms, what that did in opening up my brain and opening up the perspective of what was possible in my life. I want to share that with everybody. And I want to bring it to the heart of corporate America so that they stop bankrupting the soul of this country so that just a few men can have far more than they deserve. We don't want a world that's dependent on the whims of billionaires. We don't want a world where people argue about $15 an hour when every city on the West Coast at the very basic requires $40 an hour. This is homelessness, not an individual problem. It's a systemic numbers problem. You can't just keep building houses and shelters and such if there's no livable wage jobs. And this is a simple spreadsheet. How many people are there? What kinds of jobs are there? Rent must not come above this level. Or salaries got to raise. Rent stuck here until salaries raise. People's lives depend on having homes. It's got to be matrixed together. The average wage needs to guarantee every adult can live a life of dignity, that every child is guaranteed a trauma-free childhood. UBI. Let's just give every human $5,000 a month. UBI. That's US dollars. It'll be a different amount in certain countries. The point is, it needs to be well sufficient. Okay? $5,000 a month, that's $60,000. It's really not my $40 an hour meant that I think that'd be $80. So $5,000 a month in the bank accounts. What would happen is at that point, all income, basically by definition, will be disposable. Oh, that's going to make capitalism I can't figure out how to afford it. We certainly can. And what we certainly do is say, a human life that's alive, that's cared for, that has the possibility to create, can do things like create well-being philosophy. Can use philosophy to talk through a different model of cancer, a different philosophical hypothesis of bioelectricity and how that explains cancer is very truthfully the first step in curing cancer. Now, we don't cure it in the way that we're attacking bugs. You gotta pay me for this. This is gonna solve cancer all willy-nilly for y'all. Because capitalism can't be trusted. And there's a big yawn. There is a shut up. You can't trust capitalism. I've worked my butt off to figure out how to find the seed investment I need, to find a strategic collaborator willing to work with me to set up more of the businessy frameworks which are beyond my current shut down left brain capacity. So I'm only supposed to stay alive if I'm sheep enough to make a pitch deck with completely imaginary numbers But if I can imagine that I'm Dave Chappelle's comedy soulmate, that should be worth more to you. I can imagine collaborating with Debbie Allen. Whatever's going to actually occur, if y'all don't kill me, I need to sleep 12 to 20 hours a day to deal with the complete and utter physiological shutdown that the stress of having no money has brought into my life. It's catch-22, and this has all happened because nobody would hire me to work from home. When I put on my resume, seeking an accommodation due to an environmental illness to work from home. But I've gotten a little bit scattered. I've gotten a little bit moldy. My whole life, I have been acting. Non-fearful. Because of a lack of sufficient touch in my childhood, it appears that I don't really know the sensations of having my nervous system regulated by anything but food. That's what mammals do. The whole thing about having a live birth, being a mammal, essentially at birth, your nervous system is regulated by whether you're getting food, whether you're able to suckle. If you are not given a breast, if you are given a plastic bottle with reconstituted formula, it's sort of gravity and squeezing are factors versus sucking. The infant is not as in control. The infant is not receiving the same amount of back and forth communication about hunger and satiety, about what's possible and prevalent and what's needed for nutrition. There's not the same level of bonding. And the jaw, the whole sucking is something I'm working on a lot lately. Both Ayurvedic medicine, vagal nerve exercises, trauma healing with the voo, 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 boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. That's Taylor Eichstein in the background, if you can hear resonance. This been plenty. Harmony, y'all.